Well, Absolute Batman is absolutely them dominating over at DC. The book has been selling very well. From what I understand, a lot of comic book stores have actually sold out, and there will be another print of it, reprint of it coming on, I mean, it was either the 30th or the 31st. They will be getting in some more reprints of it because people actually want to buy the book. And this is the thing, yeah, because you see, characters like Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Flash, even in Marvel, all these different places and things are still interesting to people. If you do something, people will still be interested to check it out. Whether or not you maintain if it's going to be good is a different story. Because if it turns out to be nonsense, people turn away from it. Now, I read the first issue of it. I did my review for it. I didn't go into too many spoiler reviews for it because I wanted people to give a chance to read it. But something has been happening lately well, not lately, actually from kind of this time that the book came out. I started to hear some talk about it. So I decided to do this video to see if I could just, give my 2 cents on it and say why I don't agree with it. Because a lot of people, I shouldn't say a lot, a few people have been claiming that Absolute Batman is woke. And the reason that they're giving, I wouldn't say it makes it woke at all, but let's get into this. The first thing I want to do is I'm going to go into this article here from Bounding Into Comics. Now, I'm not stating that Bounding Into Comics is saying that Absolute Batman is woke. They're not saying that at all. It's just that they covered the kind of reason as to why some people are saying it. So I'm just using this article as an example. But Bounding Into Comics has not said that at all. Okay, so let's get it here. So DC's Absolute Batman introduces a race-swapped version of future Batgirl Barbara Gordon. Now, that's kind of the thing, yeah? Because let me get to the panel here when they talked about it. Let me get to it right. Now, as they mentioned here, in the book itself, because I will have to go into some spoilers here, in the book itself, when the party animals bust into City Hall and they start to shoot up the place, Jim Gordon is the mayor and Jim Gordon is black. And when he gets hit, he drops there and there's a policewoman there who says, "Dad," and then Jim says, "Barbara, just get everyone out of here now." So we all know Barbara Gordon is Batgirl. But now we get a race swap Barbara Gordon. Oh, this is not the first time this has happened. I mean, just recently in Cape Crusader, they had a redhead race swap version of Barbara Gordon that was sticking her nose in everything that she didn't have to be in. So this is not something that we do. But you see, the reason why I would say that what happened in Cape Crusader that was kind of woke, and this one I wouldn't say was too much. So it's because, okay, this is an alternate universe that they've done. An alternate universe. Now, that is not to say me making an excuse to say, okay, the new alternate universe, that means everything should be there, so I should have a problem with anything like that. No. Case in point, female Silver Surfer is still crap. But I'm just saying, right? There was a time when you could do alternate universes and there would be race swaps, gender swaps, because, if you're doing an alternate universe, the possibility exists that, somebody's chromosomes could be either X or Y. It's possible. It's possible. There was a time when that would have actually made sense. But what is happening now is the agenda that they're pushing into everything, and that's what people are seeing, and that's what's really pissing them off. So no longer is it done to enhance the story. It's done to push an agenda. And people are looking at that and saying to themselves, well, I am not going to buy into that. I have had enough of this crap. In Cape Crusader, they basically kept shoving Barbara Gordon in there when she had no reason to be, other than the fact that, they couldn't give Bruce Wayne breasts and done with it. I mean, they gender swapped the Penguin, and Bruce thinking what I say, well, it's because Batman don't have any good villains, even though Batman has like the largest rogues gallery out of everybody, but no, you're a moron. So that that was woke. This I would not say is, because we get it, they race swap Jim Gordon. Clearly, when I have a daughter who's black, and yes, we see Barbara Gordon there, we get that. But like I said, it's in an alternate universe, and it was not essentially shoved into the story to say, well, okay, this has to take priority over everything, or she has to show up at every point. It was like one panel, that was it. I don't think it took away from the rest of the book. I don't believe so. I don't think it took away from the rest of the book. The party animals were a pretty interesting group of criminals. The fact that they were going in there and basically mowing down people and committing atrocities all over the place, that was something. Right? Now let me just go on and see what it is they have to say here. They talk about it, and they talk about how it's not the first time Barbara Gordon has been re-swapped in the YA graphic novel Gotham High. They did that in the Lego Batman movie. They did that, you understand me? And in the shelved and destined never to see the light of day Batgirl solo film, wherein she was set to be portrayed by the ethnically Dominican Leslie Grace. Yeah, they only wanted to do that because they wanted to just re-swap Barbara Gordon in that Batgirl movie. That is what I would consider woke, because you were doing that for the sole purpose of pushing this agenda. Not because you wanted to make an actual good story. You didn't care about that. You just wanted to do that. That is what I would consider woke. But then, they finish off here, Bounding into Comics finish off here and says, this bit of modern audience updating aside, Absolute Batman #1 is a solid first outing for DC's Absolute Universe, and is currently on sale now at wherever comic book stores still remain here, because they're shutting down like it there no tomorrow. But yeah, again, as I say, I would not say this was woke and like that. And some people are claiming that because some people want to see woke everywhere now. I think it has to reach certain criteria for it to be woke, and you kind of have to know what's going on. Yes, they race swap Barbara Gordon, they race swap a lot of people nowadays, because we realize that they kind of have to do that at this point. It doesn't always work, because, in the Batman movie that they did, the last Batman movie that came out, Jim Gordon was race swapped. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the whole race swapping thing, but Jim Gordon was race swapped, and I actually thought that movie was actually done really well. You want to see Batman doing actual detective work, you actually got to see Jim Gordon, like that. Okay, that was good. In Invincible, they race swapped Amber. In the comic, she's white. They made her black in the animation. And I thought her design actually looked really good. I'm not a fan of the race swapping, like I said, but I thought her design actually did look really good. Yes, the first season was an absolute incorrigible bitch. There was no other way to put it. A total bitch. But again, I must say, season 2 did her the way she should have been done and portrayed the way she should have been portrayed. She came around by the second season and was an absolute phenomenal character by then. You understand me? Even the way she and Invincible broke up, actually done really well. So I give big credits and kudos to that. I think it was done really well. But again, I wouldn't say Barbara Gordon being re-swapped here is woke, and that makes Absolute Batman's issue 1 woke. No, I wouldn't say that. This was one panel that happened, and that was pretty much it. It didn't take away anything from the overall story. Now, in that regards, I will say, I only really had 3 big, I shouldn't say big, but I really had 3 concerns when it comes to Absolute Batman. The rest of the book, I didn't mind, but there were 3 things that actually kind of, bothered me a little. The first one is the fact that Bruce Wayne was doing all these supposed jobs. Basically, I should say Bruce Wayne's backstory kind of bothered me. I understand how they played it out, okay, spoilers here, well, played out there. His father was killed, he got in some trouble, he still had a genius level IQ, all that, okay. But the way that they portrayed this Batman is somebody who would really have learned some form of martial arts at his local gym or something and then decided to go out and be Batman. But they didn't do that. They make it seem like, he traveled around the place to learn different things. They didn't explain how, because he's not rich. You understand me? He's like 24, and yet he had all these different jobs working here, there, everywhere, all the different things, studying this, studying that. It just didn't piece together well with what they were trying to do. Because, original Batman could do that because he has the money, the resources. He could travel to different places, learn what he needs to learn, hide his identity, probably, fake passport. He didn't want people to know what it is he was doing. And one of the cool things about Batman, they never really show things is that he actually had to learn the art of disguise and deception and all these different things. So different places that he went to learn certain things, not everybody knew he was Bruce Wayne. So that's the thing about it. So again, I had a problem with that part to begin. That was the first thing I had a problem with. The second thing, though, is that when Alfred says something like that, he's not a killer, that was kind of weird because you literally just saw him blow up a bunch of these party animal guys. And because, yes, when he was attacking them, first he was doing brutal damage like Alfred was saying, but he wasn't doing any, lethal damage. Yes, he chopped that guy's hand off, but he wasn't doing any lethal damage. The thing is, when they decided to run, because they were literally running away, he then set off a bomb. I don't care how well your plan is, still a bomb, people are going to die. So that was kind of a contradiction in itself there. So that was my second thing. And the third, and most importantly, that I had a problem with, is the fact that they introduce this version of Joker in an epilogue at the end of the book. And it's not actually the Joker that we know. This Joker is actually rich, and apparently he destroyed the League of Shadows and traveled all over the world. He has all these lethal skills and all kind of thing. And the reason why he's called the Joker is because he never laughs. He never jokes about anything. So they call him the Joker. And I thought that didn't make sense because you already introduced all these different other characters, all these different other people. You had no reason to introduce a version of Joker for this. You could have saved that for the long road. Let's do like a 5-issue thing when they go and run with this year. Just stick to the party animals and maybe throw in the fact that maybe one of Batman's friends might turn evil or something like that. That could work. You didn't need to introduce Joker. That kind of pissed me off about it. But again, those were really only the three main things that kind of really bothered me about Absolute Batman. Other than that, I thought the book was actually done really well. For what it is they were trying to do, didn't have a problem with that at all. But the fact that, there are some people saying that this is what, believe me, it's not going to take long before someone of these shill media sites are going to come up with some kind of story talking about how this Batman is fixing something that was wrong with the Batman previously. It will probably be, I don't know, the Mary Sue or CBR or Screen Rant, or one of them will do it. That I'm pretty much sure of. But for right now, I don't think Batman in Absolute Batman, I don't think the Absolute Batman first issue was woke. I think it was just what it was, and that was it. You understand me? So people are saying that it's woke. I don't agree in regards to that at all. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. If you have a different opinion, I'd love to hear it. If you like it, hit that thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Ring the notification bell to be notified every time I put out a new video. And I shall see you all next time. Take care.